Welcome to Pardon Our Opinions, IntellectualRadio.com. Give us a call at 708-223-8953. Please excuse the hoarseness of my voice like I've been screaming all night. It's been a cold week, man. I'm telling you, the Chicago weather will have you feel like you've died 3-4 times in a day, so please excuse me. Thank you, everybody, for checking in with us. I got some cool brothers to my right. Who are you?
I'm Okara. I'm the ladies' hero.
Love the nickname.
The woman whisperer. If you ever been on the table, I'm them hands for.
Hey, we're not going to do. We're not going to solicit on the show, sir.
I'm the massage messiah.
Massage messiah.
Wait. Solicit. Black on. Go ahead and solicit all you want.
Hey, no,
that's
fam,
at KFU.
That's
spot.
Copyrighted right there.
That's 4073 West 183rd Street, Country Club Hills, Illinois.
Yo, peace and love to what you doing, bro. Who that other guy with you to the right there, man?
Well, it's your mama's favorite Facebook friend.
Favorite.
Her favorite. No, she like me more than all her grandkids.
That's messed up, man.
Better than the last born child. Just because I'm awesome.
Hey, my mother, Janet Brown, you're not allowed to be his Facebook friend, mama. Because you like to flirt too much, and my father get mad and stuff. And he's a nice, viable chocolate man, how she put it or whatever. So you over here rubbing on women, and you over here take people mamas. Okay, check this out.
Your mom, according to Saul, your mama can't have me.
I'm not gonna do all this, man. How y'all week going this week, brothers?
Mine, you know what? What day was that? Friday? Friday was hard. Every other day was good. Friday was crazy. So I had to go to get some training. Hot stone training or whatever, right? And on my way downtown,
leveling up.
Get you.
We got
level up.
You gotta be able to rub
hot
the stones.
Stone.
You gotta rub the stones, man.
Hey,
you gotta
man.
rub the stones.
You
So
can take over the work next year.
So man, on the way downtown, almost missed the training because somebody got hit by a train.
You was on the metro?
Yeah,
I heard about that.
That's
yeah.
sad,
So we
man.
got delayed. I got there a little late, but I still got credit, and I get.
How
still
dare
got
they
credit.
interrupt your training?
You know what I mean?
Dying.
He got
Brother
those
trying
hands.
to,
He got those
brother
hands.
trying to improve himself,
That's-
and y'all
that's-
want to hate on that.
Hey, that's how people are, bro.
But
Like,
you know what? Just shout out or obviously condolences to the family of the person who was hit.
I'll be mad though. Like, why don't you kill yourself at night? No mess with my stuff. That's not good. Don't feel that way. Hey yo, Pac-Man, how was your week, man?
Oh man, I'm actually on vacation from work, so
What?
yeah. So it's been a good week. I don't have to get up early.
When you go back?
I go back Wednesday.
That's cool.
So a whole clip, pretty much 10 days.
I'm taking a vacation on my birthday in May, but I had a eventful week. Deal with the usual work stuff. I had to go to the dentist this week.
How was that?
That was scary, man. But he made me feel all right though. He was a Sox fan, so he was talking crazy the whole time because I'm a Cubs fan.
Right,
so
yeah.
he made it funny. But the dentist, man, it's like clowns, man. It's a very fearful thing. Very fearful thing.
You
But
don't realize how many adults are scared of the dentist.
I'm afraid. Hey, he put on the questionnaire on the paper. He was like, "Are you afraid of the dentist?" I was like, yeah. How about that? I am super afraid. But this week is a very eventful week as well on Facebook, man. A lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Throw Black History away.
A lot of things going on, bruh.
Throw Black History Month away.
Hey, fam. We don't like bringing up this conversation, but it has to come up. They got Kales for the $1 million bond. He finna get locked up, Jack. He finna get locked up for real. It lets you know though how powerful getting the word out. Like, this is stuff we already knew. And one documentary on Lifetime just got everybody up in a roar. And now, my man, you finna get everything you got coming to you in this sense,
Well, actually, with the R. Kelly situation, we did all know this, but it seemed like he continued after he got acquitted. So that's the biggest thing. Like, he kept going, doing everything that we knew he was doing right after he was acquitted.
You should have stopped, man.
That man, I'm not personally, it's known, known by all my friends, I'm not a fan of R. Kelly. In the situation he's doing.
At this point, you get what you got coming to you.
That's your karma, man.
I could live with or without you. It make me no difference.
Right.
Because it's like, come on, fam. Like at some point, somebody should be like, someone told you like, stop. That's enough.
Yeah.
And then you kept going, and then all these women coming up, just popping up left and right. You got what you got coming to you, man. So it is what it is. And in another sense, my man Robert Kraft.
Oh yeah, let's definitely talk about him.
Rob, I know what you was on, brother.
He was just,
he had a couple of dollars in his pocket. Robert Kraft got a couple of dollars in his pocket.
Yeah, he was.
It's Atlanta. What is it? Wait, where was it? Atlanta?
Yeah, Atlanta. No,
Florida.
Right?
Florida.
Yeah.
What's actually interesting about that is that going through school, I found out that a lot of those places they do have sex slaves. Like there's been places in Chicago that has gotten raided for the same reason, because they have people who are sex slaves or whatever working in them and who are there just to do that. So it's human trafficking is actually like big business.
Yeah, it's really big business.
Yeah,
and you never notice that we always make jokes about it, like the Asian massage parlors,
right?
The happy ending, baby.
Happy endings. We make light of those jokes, but this is like pretty much a real reality, man.
Oh, it's definite. I mean, actually, the spa, the location that we are at, there was a spa there before, and it got shut down for that very reason.
So how'd that impact your business?
Well, they was a little hesitant to actually let us open up because of that. It was two spas before us that got shut down for that reason. So they were a little hesitant at first when we presented it to them, but ultimately, we're different people. So
yeah. So like, what was the vetting process a little bit out of the norm because of it, or was it just like, okay, this is what happened, we got to put good faith in you to put this?
It was more so just put good faith in us.
Okay.
So hold on, your spa went through an extra.
So no. So all right. So at our location, right, when we found the location, it was a spa previously. Like we did no construction. It was already it's a sauna in there, it's a steam, a steam shower, all of that. So it's 6 massage rooms or whatever, right? So it was already like that because it was a spa there before. And basically, they got shut down for that very reason, because
for the happy ending joint.
For happy endings, yes. And because it was 2 previous times when it happened, when it came up that, we wanted to use the space, for a spa, there was a little hesitation at first because of what had happened previously.
So, okay, quick question. The spa where you were located at, was it African American owners or was
it? Was not.
Okay.
It was not. They were of a different culture.
All right. That was little tidbit that KV spas used to be the trap, so to speak.
It was not called KV spas when it was the trap, though.
Hey, this is an upstanding business.
It's upstanding.
When he said "get these hands," he literally
he don't mean no other hands and other things.
Nothing
Ain't
else.
No happy ending going on at KV.
Yeah,
it's a good,
go to
respectable business.
Go to Arnie's.
And you get more than what you came for at Arnie's.
Right.
I'm telling
happy
you.
endings and also a doctor visit.
Probably a doctor visit first, then the happy ending. You're gonna definitely catch a flame going on coming in and out of there.
But when you think about it, like, and it's like 2 parallel stories with the Robert Kraft, who's got for the sex ring, and then you got R. Kelly, who's been doing this for 25 years. It seemed like it's 2 parallel universe that the outrage, even though we more so akin to our skin folks and pay more attention to our people. And also I was talking to Corey today, and she made a good point. She's saying that we don't really worry about anyone else as much as a black man because we hold them to a higher standard.
I think,
and I agree to that.
It's true,
but I think it's also a systemic inequality on persecution on things like this.
I think look at what we're vetted and what's sent to us.
Yeah,
I made this speak about wanting more Caucasian or other ethnicity friends on my friends list, because everybody I know or everybody I see is talking about the same 3 or 4 things: Jussie Smollett, R. Kelly, taxes, or whatever. The same 3-4 things. I feel like certain things are put in rotation with our people in order for you. Like we hear much about Harvey Weinstein, and he did a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he got
Oh
a
man,
credit for most
Harvey,
of
and
that
he's
stuff.
about to beat his case because this
Yeah.
case is falling apart.
Yeah.
But unless you really look at media, you really wouldn't know. But for people who, most people on our timelines, we have a lot of intelligent people, I'm sure. But a lot of silly people who just like somebody shared this week the MAGA picture with Jussie Smollett with a noose around his neck as a joke. One of our own people. You share stuff like somebody made by a blatant racist, by the way the picture looked.
Yeah.
But sharing that type of stuff because it's a joke, because it's funny. But I'm telling you right now, it's Charlie Sheen, Harvey Weinstein, other, Kevin Spacey. We don't talk about that because it's not known to us. It is not something we're going to really focus on.
But there is a slight difference in the way. Like for instance, Jesse or whatever, right? He went on a media. He went on a media. He went to go talk to Robert Roberts. He went and did a concert and said he was the gay Tupac.
Why he do that?
Gay Tupac.
He added to it. He added to the hysteria. Like if he'd have just stayed quiet and let everything play out, it might not have got as much fanfare as it got. And he also, and just say if he did make up the story, he also decided to make it where he pointed out every little trigger you possibly can have. The gay, the gay, the black, the noose, the MAGA hat. He went and he made it this big spectacle. With R. Kelly has not stopped living the life that he was living when he got into trouble. So and I mean, and we could, and I'm not saying that it's they treat it the same, because they're probably not, as far as like particularly with the media. But Kevin Spacey, he made one statement and then he disappeared. Everybody, they just kind of stayed quiet with it. They didn't go on these media outlets and saying these things, doing all these interviews. They stay quiet with it, and some of that has to do with the fact how they handling it.
So black people need to shut up, do what your lawyers say, and just get quiet.
They should, but I think when stories like this break and it grabs a segment of the audience attention so quickly that the media personnel try to kind of capitalize on it. So I don't think, he reached out to Robin Robbins to do this story. They probably reached out, yeah, Jesse, we want to hear, because they pay people to do this because it's a ratings grab. So it's like, hey, we come tell this story. We want to know what happened. Where you feel this at? Now I understand
he shouldn't have did it.
He shouldn't have did it. Like if you bring up, Kevin Spacey, but I'll bring up another point, and I know a lot of my Facebook friends don't like that.
Before you do that, IntellectualRadio.com, pardon our opinions, 708-223-8953. Yo, we got another
KNV Spas, 4073 West 183rd Street, Country Club Hills, Illinois.
Get those hands.
Come get these hands.
That should be our slogan.
That should definitely be your slogan. Come get these hands. Right, but finish what you were saying, bro.
But like when you look at, I bring up another story, and a lot of my Facebook friends, they don't like, being compared to almost a racial thing, and white privilege, being white versus black, and which we should shed light to it. But Ryan Locke, a couple of years ago from the Olympics.
Yeah.
When he got
jumped on in Brazil.
Right. He made up that story about Brazil. He got jumped on, money stole from everything when they was out doing what they wasn't supposed to be doing out the curfew and things like that. He went on a media train for that. And what happened to him? He just got suspended for the next Olympics. He was close to retiring anyway. So he talked about it. He went on the media train about it, maintained that whole lie until it came out this was a big lie.
But we have to, there is one thing we also have to consider. And and don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm not trying to say, we all treated the same. But the one thing he did was he lied on a different country. And if Americans don't really care about other countries. And so that also plays. No, for real.
That's true.
We don't care about other country. Like he lied on another country. This dude came and he lied on Town. You know, and not only that, he lied on Chi-Town. He made this, and we got a lot of things coming. We got the All-Star game coming. We got, we want movies and actors and everything to come here in order, for economic reasons or whatever. And him, basically putting out there that, Chicago is so violent that they particularly pointed him out for that reason, his celebrity, the fact that he was gay or whatever, that is touchy when you have a city that's trying to bring in celebrities or whatever to make money. So
I'm trying to disappear for that week, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in Chicago during All-Star weekend.
Well, I don't know how he's going to try to hit that hot butt and homophobic thing. And Chicago's back homophobic,
man,
backs LGBT.
Chicago don't really. That's why if you're from Chicago, you knew the story was fraudulent from the get-go. Like, I ain't seen a MAGA hat yet in Chicago. I'm sure they're here. I'm sure they got them in their house. I have never seen a person walk down the street with a MAGA hat in Chicago since.
Confidently, no.
I'm dying to see it too. I'm not gonna hit the person. I just like to get up in their face.
Yeah, we got young hitters out here stealing Canadian gooses. Man, so imagine if you somebody.
Ain't nobody crazy. That's why you like MAGA hats, really, Jesse. I don't think that's what
they probably wouldn't made. They probably wouldn't made it past the red line with that.
They locked my man up, right? Like my man Jesse up in jail.
Yeah,
he locked up.
Well, he out. He out now.
He out. But I don't. R. Kelly's not out, right?
No, he can.
R. Kelly probably wait till Monday because
he couldn't bust him. He got to wait till his court date.
I think he probably got the money, but he's just doing it. They probably gonna let him out for free anyway.
He probably doing a high asset thing.
Probably. And my thing is that who gonna mess with R. Kelly in jail? They probably like cool. Like,
yeah, he also he did say that he's broke. He's not getting any money from the records because he don't own his masters, and he signed some bad contracts because he couldn't read. So yeah, I believe that in having the assets.
I would definitely get my affairs in order because he's gonna do some time, brother. That's what's gonna happen.
10 counts? Yeah, I don't see him being free. Yeah, at least do about 5 years.
Probably at least 5 years, but it's been a long time coming. So now your uncle's doing it up in y'all families. Y'all need to start calling the police on them too.
Please call the police on them.
Tell Uncle Junior stop going with 17-year-old girls and stuff like that.
No more family secrets.
Uncle Man. Right. Go with, stop taking care of these children, start taking care of these women and stuff like that. I saw a meme like that. We do not take care of our women enough. I seriously believe that now.
No, we don't.
I feel like watching videos of women like, I went to the comedy show last week, right? For Mike Epps. It was like 3-4 fights. We do not stop anything. Like women beating each other up. Men can jump on women. Men, we're just standing there and look. I personally, I don't care what nobody say. I would interfere if I see a man hitting on a woman.
Oh yeah, I would too. I would.
What you going to say?
No, so we actually had this discussion or whatever in one of the Facebook groups a while ago, and some of the men was like, they don't know, or they probably wouldn't, depending on the situation.
Okay, let's ask. Would you? If we see the man hitting on a woman, you don't know what the backstory is. You see the man hitting a woman. Would you interfere?
I would interfere.
I would interfere, but I wouldn't go to the point of
beating him up.
So, fighting him for her or anything like that. I'll restrain that guy and make sure she's safe.
So right. Okay. So I'll never forget this time. So my mom, she owns properties, right? So I was managing them and I was down there and I was at one of the properties and I'm on the line. And this guy and this girl, they come out of the thing and they are arguing. And he's trying to walk away and she's like, testing them, right? Literally, this dude was like 6'2", 6'3", looked like a defensive lineman, right? I mean, and I'm talking all defensive linemen, like probably about 260, 280, muscular, right? And I'm, and so I'm sitting there and I'm looking and I am looking at this girl and I am praying to myself, please leave him alone. Because if he hits you, there's part of me. I mean, look, it was nothing. I wasn't gonna be able to stop him, And so I'm sitting there like, but then there's the other part of you that just don't want to sit up here and watch this woman get beat down. So it was, and I'm just sitting there like,
what do you do?
She stopped. He turned around and he looked at her, and he looked like he was about to hit her.
She knows she was
and she stopped, and then he just walked away. But I mean, that situation, man.
Have you ever been hit by a woman?
I don't know nobody who's crazy enough to do that.
I've had an ex jump in my face, and like he be like, this shit like try to like muscle you. You just had to hold it down or whatever, or something like that. But I've never been out. Like I've been, like they try to sneak you, and you be like, what I'm saying, just hold their hands or whatever. Relationship get too crazy, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then that's when you have to probably break off that relationship. But I've had women try to hit me.
I think in my adult age, no, I didn't never like.
What's up with them high school years, boy?
This girl slapped me to sleep one time, but I didn't put my hands on her. But
what you mean she slapped you to sleep? As in she knocked you out?
Yeah, she slapped me to sleep, bro. I had to tell my friends like, hey,
wow,
I'm about to go to bed, man. Like, that's like the funniest story I love telling, man.
Like, I mean, when you say she smacked you and you fell out.
No, I didn't fall out.
You just went to bed after she slapped
me, and I was with my friends. I was like, hey, y'all, I'll catch y'all tomorrow. And I went home and went to sleep. Like, literally. Like, and I said, she slapped me to sleep, man.
That's the South Side.
And she cocked that boy back like a 12 gauge.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Okay, Kira acting like it ain't never. So ain't a woman ever cussed you out, jump in your face, none of that?
I've had somebody, argue with me, but I've never had anybody.
I've never had a woman call me out my name.
No, I've never had anybody like get aggressive like they was gonna hit me. But I mean, quite frankly, I don't argue a whole lot. So I haven't had a lot of arguments with people. And then normally when I do argue, I know how I am. So I try to like not get to a certain point. So I haven't had anybody really get like they was going, like they was a 250-pound man and they was going to try to test me.
Yeah,
I never had that.
That's same. Yeah, it's like it's whatever you project as a man.
I think that's what it is.
You don't know. Yeah. It's stopping instantly. Like if you give that look, like come on, like we don't need.
I think women know which man they can jump in their face and do a lot of that rah-rah.
Sometimes the women, they be towing the line. So
the truth is that I know for a fact if somebody ever hit me, I wouldn't hit them back, but I would never speak to them again because as far as I'm concerned, I owe you one.
Yeah. Hey, say you owe
I owe you one. Listen. The thing is like growing up, man. My mother used to say somebody strong enough to hit you, they strong enough to get back. And so anybody who grew up with me will tell you I would fight anybody. It didn't matter if you was boy, girl, if you was bigger than me, if you was smaller than me. If you hit me, I was fighting you back. I had to come to the conclusion on my own. Like, don't hit girls. Right. But I mean, the last time, when I was 15, sophomore in high school, I had a fight with a girl. I beat up a girl because she spit on me.
That goes a little too far, Jack.
Yeah, spitting is a little too low, man.
That goes a little too far with that. I wouldn't.
Not a justification.
I don't know about it. Yeah, you, Kara, you are justifiable, and that's it.
Yeah, you justified.
And the thing about it is, so when my mother, what happened? My mother said, "What? She didn't think he would beat her up."
What did you think was gonna happen next, love?
But yeah, no. But seriously, I've never gotten to that point,
man. Okay, what is your sign, Kara? What are you?
I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah, that explains a lot. You like my brother. Y'all just real. It's business oriented with everything that y'all do and stuff like that. Everything is business oriented. So, what do you?
I'm a Cancer. I'm hugs and love.
You all over the place, brother. I don't understand y'all at all.
You like my daughter? My daughter's a Cancer.
I'm the greatest of all signs. I'm a Taurus, so I know how it goes.
I'm all hugs and love till I get super aggressive.
See, y'all get crabby, man. Y'all get real crabby. Walk away sideways, brother.
We moody.
Very moody, but that's neither here nor there. We're gonna talk about signs one day. Cause I'm gonna tell you, like right now,
I know nothing.
There are certain signs you just do not date.
I don't know.
Pisces. I don't get Scorpio women. I can't do it. We'll never do it ever again. And Aries women, I just can't really, I love them. My mom's an Aries, but I don't really do all that type of stuff. But we definitely gotta get to like 1 week about these.
We gotta get a woman in.
I'm telling you, man. Look, man.
Not my forte.
I definitely know about it. I could, you know what I'm saying? We can go through that conversation on a regular basis.
I think mine's are Geminis. I think me and Geminis don't work.
You're a Gemini women?
Yeah.
Hold on, we gonna cut to that in a second. IntellectualRadio.com. Pardon our opinions. 708-223-8953. Don't hit the women back, all right? Where you putting them hands on the women at, man?
That's KMV Spa, 4073 West 183rd Street. You go to kmvspa.com to book an appointment. We have a nice therapist. We do facials. We do brows. We do body sculpting. You got some cellulite you're trying to get rid of. Come see me.
Hey, you doing an event?
What? You doing body sculpting?
Yes, we are. Yeah, we do body sculpting.
Tell them about that event that's coming up too.
So we do that real quick. I gotta take care of business right here. Miss Tamara Harris. I'm not talking about what women I date. I'm married to you, my love. While she's over here, talking crazy. My Taurus wife is all that I need.
She gonna talk. She gonna talk crap to you everywhere
all the time. But it's cool though. It's
on
cool.
live.
I love. I'm gonna
beat your tail.
I think she definitely punks me. She's definitely smaller than me. I think she punks me on a regular basis. But O'Kara has seen me and her together on a regular basis. She's very like, shut up. I'm like,
yeah, you gonna get an uppercut sandwich when you get home.
It's funny seeing Saul.
It's just
she be like, she get a. Saul be like.
Because some people just humble me. If she ever be the person that humbles me.
Happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life. She made some gumbo. That gumbo. She made some.
Tell her to share
some rice. You know what I'm saying? It's not gumbo, but I don't know what it is. But keep going. Holler at me, Curry. Tell me what you saying, baby.
What was I forgot what I was talking about. We talking about what?
Oh, you had an event coming up.
About your event coming up.
Oh, so we got an open house.
Had distracted him.
My baby got to saying hi to me. So we got an open house March 24th.
I'm gonna come out to that. What time? I missed the original opening. So
it's Sunday.
Boom.
It's Sunday.
So it starts at. It starts.
You know what? That's a good question.
I mean, something we can take that. We can take that day. If let's do this.
That's a good question.
We can do the show there, live it out if you want to. Just for
hey man,
could we possibly do that?
That's some sexy stuff.
And just do the show.
I don't know if the coldest engineer in the world can travel. I don't know what's going on, man. He just be in one spot.
But by the way, and then our last. The young lady who do our lashes, Yvonne, she's also having the lash class March 16th at the spa. You could go to our page and get the details, but any women or men out there who looking to make some extra money doing lashes, you can make up to like $50,000 a year, part-time doing lashes.
Wow.
So she's holding the lash class.
Me too. I might poke somebody out.
Yeah, she is always booked.
Oh man.
Really?
Oh man, it's crazy.
Hey people, check out our page on Facebook, Pardon Our Opinions.
Yo, we getting some live. We getting a lot of traction with that.
Yeah, if you're not catching it, we're gonna post it on that page. If you didn't catch what he said, we're gonna post it on this page to follow. The page is public, so if it's posted on there, it will follow through any one of our Facebook pages.
Definitely good looking this week, putting up a lot of black businesses this week and stuff like that. I really love seeing that. I'm definitely doing a lot more shopping in black business, black restaurants. I'm finna hook up with your people for some body butter, some beard oil. We gotta go see Okira out here at this spa and get the rub on as soon as possible.
How black people are supposed to survive and thrive is self-segregation. A lot of people didn't want to do it back then, but they think you seeing your same color thriving is only going to be best for you.
I'm waiting for the neighborhood. All black neighborhood, all black stores,
banks, whatever.
I'm going to shop with that business, like them businesses on a regular basis.
So all right. So what else, y'all? What we gonna really talk about?
You talk about this masculinity thing. We've been hitting on this for the last couple of weeks. What we talking about with that?
So all right. I saw this post and it was talking about black men, and it said, are black men suffering? All right. And then somebody responded and was like, yes, you are, speak up about it. And then his response was, is it safe for black men to speak up about what they're suffering about? And so that's my question to you guys and from your experiences and things that you have observed in your life, do you feel comfortable, when you have issues, speaking up about it, expressing it to people, or do you feel like you should, shut up and take it and just, get over it or whatever? Do you
People,
feel like you have a safe space?
I don't think no. I don't feel like. I feel like as a man, you're supposed to get over things. Okay, I gotta speak like say work. If I'm hurt at work, oh well, just walk it. But compared to like say if a woman was hurt at work, they were like, "Oh, you need this, you need that, stuff like that." I feel like in general, men are expected just to get over it quickly. Or if you are, don't be in your feelings. I hate that phrase, in your feelings. If you're hurt or whatever, keep it to yourself. If you have problems, keep them to yourself. Nobody cares about your problems. And I'm not saying it's complaint. I'm just saying it's like that's where the depression and stuff like that come from. Where people get like people feel like they're doing too much and they can't speak about how they feel or tell someone how they feel. I can only probably tell, and that's just recently, probably tell my wife if like how I truly feel. And she don't get it all the time either because it's more or less like, I don't complain, just take care of it. Fix it. Well, who's gonna why you can just fix it? Fix the problem. But that's what's wrong with our people. We need to slow down and say I don't feel good.
I think for me, last couple of years, I've been championing like unpacking things off your heart, off your soul, off your mind, because it makes it better. That's the best way to combat, depression. Are you suffering? And you was asking about, do you think we have a safe space? If you have a significant other, or a spouse, or anything like that, they should be your safe space to be able to like, man, decompress. Tell them like, man, this is what's going on with me. And not necessarily frame it as complaining, whining, or being in your feelings. Men are human too. They have the same emotions. To be able to, hey, this is what is affecting me, and this is about people who receive it. And I think that's probably the biggest thing with men. Like you said, we have to, suppress our feelings because we don't want to feel less of a man because, man, like somebody going to deem me as being a whiner, but I don't even care. Shout out to Eric and Preston, man. We've been talking about this for probably like the last 2 years. Like, man, we had to ask each other, like, man, when the last time you had a good cry? You know what I'm saying? When you tell somebody that, like, man, I don't cry. Like, for what? Man? Like, let that stuff out. Like, you human. You suppressing things that's hurting you, man, and it's bagging you up, creating more tension inside yourself than anything else.
Who care about that?
Yeah, who care about
Nobody
it?
care about that.
Man, man, we do that. I'm like, man, yeah, I just watched a sappy movie just to get a good cry out, man. Just one tear. Have an ugly face cry and stuff like that. And Preston routinely cries, and he would tell you that he routinely cries. Like, find something to make himself cry, because that's something
that's Eric brother, right?
Yeah, that helps him. That helps him with it in his life, and make him a better person. And I think we all should do that. Not even
we got some calls coming in.
Call coming in. Oh,
I don't know. We got Carol. Why we waiting for this right here, man? Let me know what you think about O'Carroll.
I'm gonna tell you something. So as far as I realized over this past, like, I don't know, couple of months, that I don't feel comfortable really talking about things that bother me or things that's stressing me, or it's crazy how it is. Like, just even recently, I was faced with a situation where I thought I wasn't gonna have somebody to watch Joy Saturday, right? And so I was like stressed out about it, and I'm trying to, I was trying to keep a straight face because I didn't want to, we had a spa party at the thing, and I didn't want to have a 4-year-old running around this thing where, while we doing services or whatever, right? And so I was like, man, I didn't think that I was going to have somebody to watch her in time. But then, her mom was able to like switch some things around and take her, and then my sister watched her. And I was just like sitting there, just kind of, pressed about it, and I didn't really want to talk to nobody about it. I didn't even want to ask my sister to do it. I didn't want to ask my father to do it. My father is always willing to watch my daughter, but he had watched her last week, and I don't like putting too much because my father's older, so it's strange, just expressing or going to somebody for help, and that's just and to be honest with you, people are more than willing to watch Joy, but I don't like depending on people like that. So
I feel you
and that's that, and I know people would watch her, but so it's something else, like if there's any other thing, like if you had like financial problems, or if you was depressed, or if you was whatever, it's extremely hard to like really
why are you
express
afraid
that.
to ask people?
Because man, I'm okay. I'm not supposed to. I'm not supposed to be stressed. I'm not
I don't
supposed
like
to be.
the illusion
I
of
don't want
Superman,
somebody
right?
saying they did something for me. I don't want you throwing that
Yeah,
in my
you
face.
know what? Yeah, that's the
Don't
other
throw that in
thing.
my face. If it throws, I'm gonna be really, really pissed off
Yeah, that's the other
about.
thing.
Don't throw nothing in my face. Especially if I have to ask you for help. And I promise you, I don't want to ask nobody for help, except for people that are vital to my survival, which is my wife. Other than that, I don't want to ask nobody for help. Because one, I don't want to hear you come up with excuses why you can't do it. And then two, if you throw it in my face, we're gonna fall out forever.
Yes.
For real.
Yes.
Yeah, that is
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is kind of hard.
And that is part of it. It's like you don't want anybody to throw it in your face. Like if I give somebody help and then I just give them help, I'm never ever going to bring it up.
You don't keep no ledger of it. That's what you're supposed to not do, is not keep a ledger of things you
right.
have to do.
And so that's why, like, in all honesty, for the most part, my mother is my mother. I ask for help, and I'll ask, like, my brother. But a lot of times it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. I don't feel comfortable.
But I think it's just you gotta find a point where you start trusting a certain group of people or grooming people to be that safe space for you, that you can like, listen, I need XYZ done, and they won't judge you. That's why I try to make myself more accessible to people that I feel that will have my back down the line later. Like if I really just in a bind, like, man, I really need some help, and kind of catalog it, like, man, remember I took care of you here. If you can take care of me here, it's going to be ongoing reciprocity. So I'm trying to let go of that male side of my pride to make sure to think for others, like, hey, this person may not be able to do this for me, instead of just asking. Because I have a 7-year-old too, and her mom's very capable, her parents very capable to take care of her, but I don't have people on my side to take care of her because they got stuff going on with they doing in their everyday life that's not able to take care of my daughter. But if it had to come down to it, I know I can count on 2 or 3 people that's like, hey, I need somebody to watch my daughter. Can you take care of her? But we don't care with your daughter. That's a really touchy subject because you don't want everybody watching your daughter in private. You know what I'm saying? You never know what can happen. That's a really touchy subject.
So all you can do is really depend on your family and stuff like that.
You depend on your family, really close friends and things like that. But I think you should be, let those reins of that pride loose a little bit and start building trust with certain people.
And look, and let's just be clear. This is really my issue. Like I don't really when I tell you, like, especially my father, my sister, my mom is just out of town. My mom or whatever, I have a niece or whatever. They are always willing. Like, they are always willing to watch my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is just,
you don't like asking
is me.
Stuff, yeah.
Because I just feel like she's my child, and when you have a child, you accept the consequence and the responsibility that comes with it. So I don't like, saying to my mom, hey, can you do this now? And the thing is, like, my mom don't care. Like, I mean, shoot, my mom loved Joy way more than she loved me. She already told me that there's a possibility Joy might get my inheritance. So, I mean, so it's not really like, I'm asking her to do something she don't want to do. But it's just,
mom.
It's just my own inner
it's
psyche.
Men are men.
Yeah.
That's you've been taught. A lot of young men ain't been taught how to just be men. Sometimes you have to not wait for people to take care of the things you're supposed to take care of. A lot of men are users. use people, use women for stuff. I can't be one of those men that do stuff like that.
Yeah, I can't at all. Especially when they be doing the taxes and they make the joke about the guy.
Them jokes be funny though, but they be serious.
I'm like, man, a woman never offered a piece of they taxes to me.
Or some man, taking their women's money and doing all type of stuff with it.
Never had that happen to me. I'm like, how is that even possible, man?
That's horrible. All big girls ain't going, so don't get your mind right. Big girls is going.
All right, that just kind of made me think of something. How do y'all feel about accepting money, other gifts, and things of that nature from women? Like having a woman
before we do that, IntellectualRadio.com, pardon our opinions. This funny. This was gonna be funny. 708-223-8953. KNV.
Sponsored by KNV Spa, 4073 West 183rd Street, Country Club Hills. Come get yourself a massage. Come get yourself facial. You got a little cellulite you're trying to get rid of? Come see me.
I'm gonna get cryotherapy with you, stuff like that.
Get those
accepting money
from women.
I mean,
letting a
is
woman,
it green?
Accepting money from women, letting a woman take care of you.
Okay, well,
how do y'all feel about that?
For me, my wife, I don't want my wife taking care of me because I want to be a partner with her, if not to try to do more. But my wife is very independent and she's very she's very go-gettish. So she gonna take care of me regardless. She take care of my soul. She take care of she's more than just money. Like she'll buy me a gift or send me flowers to my job. That type of. She said no flowers because I ain't really I'm feeling comfortable. But she'll send like an edible arrangement or something, which is so nice. She do beautiful stuff like that. So let's speak past tense. Past tense, it wasn't a problem. If you want to use the money, I will take the money from you. But if she want to pay for dinner, she can pay for dinner and stuff like that. But only person I'm accepting money from now is Tamara Harris. I'm not taking no money from the women. Now, if she on the street and she's like, here go $40. I'm gonna do my hair like this.
It fall in.
Give me that 40 real quick. Make it quick.
Well, for me, and that's the situation now with me and Croy, we do trade-offs. So, date night, one day night is me, one day night is her. We go on trips. She'll pay for a hotel. I'll pay for flights. It'd be a trade-off. I'll pay for a whole thing. She'll get all the meals. Any experience that you have, if I don't have it on the trip, she'll take care of it without anything. That's probably like the closest in my life I ever been to that. That's because we had that trade-off and we had that rapport because, next time.
You got you a go-getter.
Yeah,
definitely go-getter.
Yeah, I'll take care of everything next time for her, in that sense. But I done dated well-to-do women. I mean, making almost $500,000 a year and they never bought me anything. Like
stingy sales.
Stingy. I had to pay for high-end dinners and things like that. But I guess I was probably rooting in my mind that I'm supposed to be this type of man that takes care of everything.
Psych.
I've never been offered cash in hand.
Fam.
One woman offered to help me years ago when I was in school. I almost missed the semester and it was like the closest, but I had to pay her that money back. She paid for my semester of school and I had to pay her $1,500 back. And I did that because I was doing all kinds of extra stuff back then.
Hey man, we're not gonna go into your crazy past.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that was like the closest because she didn't want to see me down and she knew that I was gonna get.
If you didn't know,
the only thing
from past shows, Pac-Man is a undercover criminal and an undercover gigolo.
You should look
undercover stripper.
Don't say that.
About past life.
Don't say that on the radio.
You can't say stripper on the radio.
No, I'm talking about what he talking about. You see what happened to R. Kelly, man?
They got proof of R. Kelly. They got a VHS tape. If they got a VHS tape and you doing all the wrongs in the past, Pac-Man, you going to the Who Scout, boy.
Unless they got drones.
Now, we gotta hear this from the single man this time.
Yeah.
What's up?
So you know what? I feel weird. I've never actually.
Okay, hey man, I'm gonna do this with you.
No.
So a woman, Akira, you like a nice man. You single. So women throwing themselves at you. So women like, you go, Akira, I want to buy you dinner and stuff like that. You not okay with it?
So all right. So I mean, I've had women pay for dinner before. Like, birthday or something.
What kind of dinner? You talking about like Chili's? We're talking about like the signature room type stuff.
I'm talking about like Chili's or something a little bit above that. Not quite the signature room. I ain't going there. Like I ain't have nobody spend that type of money. But, I mean, I've had somebody treat me out, but it was somebody who it was. But it's always somebody who I've like treated previously. Multiple times.
Wifey was finna take me to Shaw's, baby.
So generally,
they out here doing it.
I've never. I mean, like I've dated women who made more money than me or whatever. But I never feel comfortable with like I never feel comfortable with accepting money or whatever.
He go 200 on a nightstand, Kira, like go buy you something nice, baby.
It feels strange. It feels strange for me.
Got some ball shine.
It does, but it's funny, and I had to think about why it was, and I realized it's because when I was younger, right? I'll never forget this time. My mother, she would make it really awkward to ask her for anything.
What you mean?
To ask my mother for money.
What she would do?
Like I remember one time. So I asked my mother, I was living with her at the time. I asked her for $100, right? I was like, "Ma, can you have $100? Can I have $100 because I needed like $5,000 and I had like $4,900, something like that, right?" So I was like, "Can I have $100? I'll pay you back like Friday when I get a check, get my check, whatever." My mother asked me like 25 questions to the point where I was like, "Dude, forget it. I don't want it. I'll just do whatever." And the reason
myself.
So I had the thing was that I had $5,000, but I just needed the 100 because I had to go to work for that week, right? So I was just like, you know what, forget it. I'll just do it myself. Leave me alone. And that's how my mother was. My mother was just so weird about giving us anything that it got to the point that like me and my brothers, we won't ask like women for nothing. We won't even accept things. And the reason is, and later on I found out that my mother was like, "You never need nothing. What's wrong with you? Why you need $100?" Like she thought it was something wrong.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so it's always been weird, man, for me to, accept anything. Now I accept stuff from her now.
I got shout to moms for instilling the wonderful things, and my mom was like, "You gotta pay that back, or she coming to get you."
Oh yeah.
So my mom was coming to get like, "Where my money at, boy?" And I'm doing interest type. I think my mother worked for the mob at one point in time in her life, but Okira, Okira. See me, I unfortunately before my wife was probably the best woman I've ever dated or been with. I was with a lot of ratchets, so I never dated a woman who made more money than me or like had a lot of money or whatever. 'Cause I had to milk that for what it's worth. But I think all the broke chicks. I think all the chicks I used to date.
So you would have been a finesse, huh? They
probably finessed me out of like my money, more than likely. But I didn't date these $100,000 a year. Maybe I should live outside or something. I don't know. I just didn't date them. Half of them were stay at home moms, 2-3 kids. A lot of ratchets.
Oh,
so
man, we should just do a show.
Shout out to my wife for upgrading me. You do a show for what? Like our exes?
Just telling this story.
Our exes? Oh my God!
Not our exes. No.
Hey yo,
don't do that.
So Kara brings up like it was all some joke stuff, inviting your exes for the he versus she. I said all of my exes hate me, so it's like we probably need the police here too. I probably
guards and stuff like what.
Like I might have to deal with a lot of probably the safest one would be my ex-wife, but even that would be rather uncomfortable for me and stuff like that. So I would never ever I don't break up nice. So
yeah, I usually break up nice.
Not nice. What is break up nice? No, man, I don't even know what that means. Are y'all friends with your exes on social media?
Let me see. I'm friends with maybe 1 or 2 people I used to date.
Hey, let me tell you something, brother. They're ex for a reason.
Yeah,
I'm not friends with none of my exes.
And I still, I communicate with like a couple. So, but I communicate with a couple of them. Like texts, maybe a call every once in a while.
I'm other people like women be like, I'm friends with my exes. I'm like, why? They ex for a reason.
Yeah, you hit them with a billy club when it's over. That's what you do.
I think my wife says that she's friends with all of her exes, right, or whatever. I'm like, No, you're not friends with him.
You might be cool with him.
You cool. That's what a guy ain't don't have no conversations on the phone around this camp. None of that's going on. Period.
And it comes out.
I'm telling you something right now. I don't fake that. Oh, I love y'all persona. I love y'all. Y'all I have no filter. I'm gonna be like, no, I can't do it. Like, Suzette will bring up in her shows, like, could you do this? No, she cannot. I'm talking. We had a whole conversation about going to K&V, and she's like, I have to have a man masseuse. I'm like, look here, unless they cut all their hands off and do it with like
with the nubs,
ain't gonna be the massaging over here. You make it with them girls in the back.
What if we just get up with the forearms?
You better do something. And I will be in the K&V spa. I'll be over. I'll be over a Kara's shoulder like this.
We can do work, man. We can do work with the forearms.
Oh, Kara, okay, whoa. You're too close there, brother. I'll be over his shoulder.
Like you at the lower back.
She like this. But you gonna get a female masseuse? I'm like, dude for be rubbing on me. She like, well, I can get a man spot. I'm like, look here. That was like an hour long conversation.
I bet it was. And you know what? She right.
I'm not. It's not.
She right.
Okay, I'm not.
But I wouldn't.
So first of all, I trust all of you. So it was a joke, but I'm really big on. And this is no joke. All of my exes was ratchet, so I don't even understand the whole having this much money.
How many of those ratchets you still have as friends on your Facebook?
I don't have no.
Oh, you block them.
Like some families like I've dealt with that are still friends, but because we never really together, so there was no reason to break up. It wasn't like no ignorance to it.
I'm talking about your Facebook. Like those ratchets still on your Facebook.
I have a lot of ratchets on my Facebook, man. Like I'd say 55% of my female friends are ratchet. I think that's because I like to learn.
I don't have that many.
You have to keep a good percentage of ratchet so it teaches you what not to do. I keep some intelligent people on my friends list, of course, but I think I need a good 40% to know what not to do.
Yeah, I don't have that many. Probably about 20.
I got about 20 white people. I got about a good Latino, coverage. I'm for my people, and I keep
Yeah, I don't get them
from 35th on back out south, and from
I probably got maybe I don't know 5 people.
5 ratchet people.
Yeah. Maybe 5 ratchet people.
That's why you all.
But I'm in some group that got some ratchet people in the groups though. But I don't have a lot of. You said what?
You be trying to avoid them like they be trying to send friend requests. Delete.
Yeah.
Delete. Yeah.
No, I don't do that. But you know what? I'm not gonna even say that out loud.
I'm telling you, keep a good 20% of the ratchets on your list.
I'm like the person that they don't like the way I talk, so they want to avoid me.
They hate you.
They hate me pretty bad.
They hate you. Because he like to pull them on their card and and make fun of them in an educational way. Yeah. So if they don't understand what he's saying, they get mad. Like they were that caveat word. He was killing them with that, and they was like, "What is he saying?" He's saying like, "I'm homosexual." Or something. Like, bro, if you got a dictionary, you good to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I think most of my friends are like educated and
you got a lot of intellectuals.
I got a lot of intellectuals. I would say even and that's divided between people who got formal education and those who don't, who just maybe read a lot of that's pretty much I would say that's the majority on my page.
That's a very peaceful page. I had to leave a lot of the ignorance off mine.
Oh yeah, they know how to debate. You have a real lengthy paragraph debate and you wouldn't mind reading this.
I don't want to read all that type of stuff.
No, but when you go with ratchets, they be having paragraphs or caps and then they be
F you
slang and
you stupid.
Like, huh?
Yeah.
What you talking about? No capping. What?
Hey, no cap, baby. No cap. That's young people's word, young people's terms, stuff like that.
You know what? It trips me out whenever I see people writing caps, like especially if they writing. I'm like, I don't care how big you write, I still can't hear you.
Like, are you yelling?
Like for real, you yelling,
making people feel bad about themselves.
Like, you yelling? Like I can't hear you.
Oh, now they got the new emoji with the person actually yelling. They put on the outside. Like, oh, so you yelling?
Oh, do they really?
Yeah. Little blue head and look like he's screaming.
Okay.
Seen that emoji?
I gotta pay attention next time.
Support the page. Look on the page. We got some good stuff coming with that. He versus She's coming up real soon. No exes are invited. We get some nice young ladies to have conversations with. Before I forget, my son asked me to shout him out. Nasir, shout out. I don't know why, but Nasir wanted me to say his name on the radio or whatever.
How you say it?
Nasir.
Nasir.
Named after one of the greatest rappers of all time, Nas.
Oh, okay.
Nasir Hassan Adekunle Harris.
You don't know how to put. You're Nigerian.
I don't know. I just get confused with my brothers. So it's Adekunle. I know what his name is. Adekunle. And he's a basketball player at I forgot what school they go to.
Oh man,
it's quick. It's quick. Northtown Academy.
Oh, you checking all of
them
right now.
Jayla Harris.
I'm gonna need you to be a better daddy, man.
Right. Harris.
I'm
gonna need you to be a better
She works at Mariano's.
Please.
I'm saying their names at Jayla. Nasir, I love you both. Nasir he ain't that bad. You know, he's spoiled. He want to shoot the three all the time. But, you know, as a basketball player, he ain't that bad.
Well, shout out to the kids. Shout out to the kids.
Man. Much success in that basketball thing, man. That's where you want to go, man.
Shout out.
Shout out, man. Maybe I'll give me a Giannis at this boy. Is he not the best player playing right now, or is it just me?
Giannis.
No, Paul George is playing.
Paul George is playing lights out.
He playing out.
That was a fact. Right now. I don't know what he's on. He's on something else new.
He's healthy. He's healthy.
Brian Westbrook's going to mess it up anyway.
He's healthy, and he also is improved.
Yeah,
it's like he is. You could tell he thinks the game a little different.
He is a very special player.
Yeah, two-way. I think
he's a two-way joint.
Leading the league in all-around defense too.
You know, like Kevin Durant is going to kill you with offense. He's just a monster.
But Kevin played good D. He played better defense.
You think so?
He plays better. No, not better than Paul George. I'm just saying he plays better defense than I think he gets credit for.
Best hooper in the game right now.
Man.
I mean, I don't know.
We got enough time for that. We don't got enough time.
No, we ain't got no time. But I don't know, man.
KD. I gotta go with KD's just off the chain. Just
awesome. With a 6'10" small forward that can handle the rock, shoot, and
KD is so cold though.
I think
KD lead his own team next year. That's the thing. That's the question. I think he should go to New York. This Knox boy is nice.
I don't think KD should go to New York because I think he is. I think he would be a little too sensitive for New York.
Yeah, the media.
Those are big facts.
Yeah, because the media don't play no games.
Where should he go? Because he's leaving next year. Where should he go?
I think the best fit for him is the Knicks.
He should go LA.
If he goes to
LA Clippers.
Yeah, I was gonna say Clippers. You can't play with them.
Go to the Clippers.
Who we got over there? Who's over there with him?
No, they just got rid of Tobias Harris. Don't go there.
Yeah,
all they got is Lou Williams.
Well, if he go there and Kawhi go there,
that'd be nice.
If they both go there,
get Kawhi at LA Clippers.
Because the reality is obviously Kevin Durant can play with anybody because he doesn't need the ball. So he looks like
Westbrook? He could play with West.
Well,
that's because Westbrook wanted to dominate the fourth quarter,
right?
With dumb shots.
But Westbrook should have did what Westbrook is doing with Paul George is what he should have did with Kevin Durant.
I'm looking forward to seeing. What about Houston? Think he go to Houston?
No. That roster too raw. They just had a meme or whatever you call it when they talk about sports, where Harden dribbled 30,000 times this year to score 36 points a game. I feel that's a stupid stat to follow, but 30,000 times.
Kobe said that his style of play would not win a championship.
No, he holding on to the ball. You think about it, if 30,000 times he dribbled the ball, that he's holding on the ball too much. He got too much control of that ball with Chris Paul on there.
Look,
they're not going to get anywhere.
The thing with James Harden, and I mean, dude, he cold. And I don't think there's any denying that. The problem with the way that he played, though, he really does play like you in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He plays like that. Like he just does whatever he wants to.
This year we got Zion coming out. He's probably going to the Knicks. I think Knicks probably get the number one pick.
Not a good fit.
I think Bulls get the other boy.
RJ Barrett?
Yes, sir.
Or Cam Reddish?
Hey, that boy Cam is really nice.
He's not getting the minutes.
People not really saying his name, but he's nice. I'd rather get Barrett, though.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Obviously, Barrett is a very effective hooper. Something about him, though, man.
He's Canadian. That's probably what you're feeling. He's Canadian.
Something about him, though, just seemed like...
he ain't special. He might be Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine was supposed to be... on paper, he looked good.
No, look at all the Canadian players that came out. You had Andrew Wiggins. You had Tristan Thompson. They all came out of Canada, like top of their class, top 10, and they get to the league. They have the lowest ceiling.
Trash, though, man.
Like Wiggins been in the league 5 years.
Wiggins should have been cold. I don't know what's happening with him.
He's not even going to come out to. He's going to be no more than a 6-man or a complimentary player. So I mean,
I don't know what's
Canadian players. Like maybe the competition.
You know, playing my son at 2K, I've had to start like really learning the players. Mind you, He done whooped us me constantly. I finally won a game this week in 2K19 against my son.
I'm gonna tell you something. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Right.
Bruh, I don't know play like this. I ain't played PS4.
I ain't played 2K since 2000.
Well, look, okay, I'm gonna tell you something. Just right now, if you start playing you got 3 weeks to start beating him.
That's it?
That's it. 3 weeks.
I finally beat him after like a month or so.
I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out. You got 3 weeks to start beating them. If you don't start beating them in 3 weeks, you shouldn't play video games. You should be ashamed of yourself.
All right, look here.
Hey, I
beat him in the 2K19 with the basketball. He came with me in Mortal Kombat. He can't touch me in that.
Okay, but I ain't played Mortal Kombat since Part 2.
Hey,
that was like about 96.
Hey, he can't touch me in the 2K in Mortal Kombat. 2K19, he got my number, but I finally won a game last week with Tobias Harris and the 76ers, so it was a good joint.
And the reason, I just want to be clear, because see, the reason why I said 3 weeks is because I feel like you need to get acclimated to the joysticks and all that stuff. But after that, man, you should be able to out-strategize your son more often than not. That's all. That's how
I beat him, though. I out-strategized him.
You got it.
All he do is shoot threes. I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna protect this perimeter. Do what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
Put a longer.
How many you beat him by? That's the telltale sign.
I beat him we went to overtime. I beat him by like
and that's how you got. But that's how you start off. I'm just saying.
He said
because it's about strategy.
He been whooping me. He picked the net. He picked the Brooklyn Nets.
I know. So that's why he said you cheated. That's
why I beat him or whatever and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. I won the game, and I'm very happy and pleased with myself that I won that game. We got some stuff coming up, some good stuff and great stuff coming up.
We got March 24th. We have open house at KMV Spas, 4073 West 183rd Street, Country Club Hills in Illinois. March 16th, there is what do you call it? A eyebrow and eyelash class at KMV Spa. You can go on our page to get the details. You want to make some extra money doing brows. You can make up to $50,000 on the side of doing this.
We'll post the information in Pardon Our Opinions on the page.
And they said that was on the 24th?
That is on the 16th.
And your open house is on the 24th?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Come out, support. As well as doing some great and awesome things.
Yeah. And also shout out to my best friend, Don Albertayo, who's doing this thing with the photography, cinematography, videography. He have also an open house on that day. Not to split anybody time going to KMVs if you want to go out there and get pampered, but he also has an open shoot on the 24th. I think it's starting at 3 p.m. Where you can come in, get refreshments. You can also get a quick photo shoot for yourself or whoever you want to bring. It do cost $25. So, check him out. Check out his website, The Shooter Society. You can check him out on Facebook, Don Juan Albertayo.
Wow.
Oh, we got extra 30 minutes?
We got some extra time.
Oh, man, some people call in. We got some extra time. But
IntellectualRadio.com, 708-223-8953. Why don't we spend this time doing what we're just doing? Shouting out some of our Black-owned friends, Black-owned businesses, our friends doing things. Isiako Lou, my cousin for the photography. He's killing it right now. We're going to post a little bit of his information later in the group. I'll post a little bit of his information later online so you guys can get with that. Get your photography needs from my man, Sheila Barker, my mother-in-law, beautiful mother-in-law, baby butt products, soaps, bath bombs. She's doing it, man. Scrubs, knitting for hats, stuff like that. My cousin Ashley Oloiwu doing the bow ties for babies, little fixtures and stuff like that.
Bow ties for babies.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff, man.
Make me want to have a son.
Yo, I'm about to post the information later in the group. I'm gonna post the information later on Facebook. Yo, start shopping with some of these people.
Don't rely on us either, man. We got a really close knit friends that's actually out here doing their thing on the entrepreneurial side.
I shops with everybody.
Yeah,
I know y'all. One of the Pac-Man friends, the young lady. What's her name?
Her name is Shakita. She got Yao's Garden.
Oh,
yeah, she do all body butter.
The body butter. The body butter is look like that's a new thing.
And she holds instructional classes on how to make that too. And she got a space right on at Gallery Gashard where she do little things. So she supposed to be having an event. I got to contact her to see when that event going. It's really reasonable too. It's not like some of the mothers would be charging you $40, $50 to get in. She got a really reasonable price for you to come in and learn how to make some of these things that she. She's a really good instructor and everything like that. Also, she's gonna be at the Black Women's Expo. Make sure y'all look for the Y'all's Garden. That's YAIL apostrophe S Garden. Staying in a Black Women Expo. Attend the Black Women Expo as well.
I'm gonna go out there get some stuff though. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely check
When
it
is
out.
it coming?
And
That's in March too. I think it's around about the mid March.
And if you got a business that you want us to shout out, make the comment in our page on our pages, and we'll shout you out. So anybody who got a business who you want to shout it out, comment on the page. We'll shout you out.
Shout you out, man. We definitely want people like
Since we got a little extra time though.
What you want?
There was a conversation we skipped over because we didn't want to take time. Y'all want to talk about the Geminis? And y'all want to go down there? Y'all want to?
We ain't got time. Hey, look,
that's not my expertise.
I'm gonna tell you right now. People like to talk about the zodiac. It's not. It's whatever it is. It's a net. The Greeks studied this stuff for 5,000 years. Go.
No, don't say it's the Greeks. The masters of the stars was the Africans. Remember that.
I'm not going there yet.
Yeah, but they were
go to the rest.
They mastered the constellation of the stars with the Africans.
I should start with the people, with our people first. Studied this for a millennia.
Yeah,
it's the truth to that. I'm telling you right now. I am every bit of a Taurus male. Stubborn. I'm loyal. I don't like doing too much. But I like doing a little bit. I'm very loving, but I don't like for you to take my love for granted. So I'm very, very, very much to that. I don't fit with certain signs. Pisces women are number one on that list of signs I just don't fit with. I just don't fit with that craziness and the over. Like if I get to an argument with you, I want it to be a sensible argument. I want it to be an argument where you're not just making up things coming out the side of your head for why you got mad and stuff like that. And Pisces women do that a lot. A lot. A lot.
Boy, you about to have some Pisces.
Yeah, all the Pisces. Isn't it Pisces?
What birthday is that? What birthday?
Yeah. Pisces is like the March, late February, early March.
Oh, so we're in Pisces season right now.
We're about to be in Pisces season.
I'm for the hide for a little while, man. All these crazy people.
Phone about the ring.
You know what? So I've always thought that the whole zodiac thing is BS, and I still, for the most part, still think that. But I will say this. So I had a friend who was like really, she wasn't. I wouldn't say she was big on it, but she was convinced by it, right? She was like, I think it's something to it. This, that, and the other. So first, she gave me this book or whatever. And I read the book. I'm like, man, this is all general stuff. Like anybody who read this stuff, if you put this in front of somebody who's a Capricorn or somebody who's a Taurus or whatever, if they read it, they'll say that's me. That's just general thing, right?
Me.
So, and I saw they actually did that one time on like one of the news shows, like a Dateline or something, years and years back. They gave everybody in the room the same description, and everybody said it was them. And then they let them know that it was all the same description. But then she gave me this book. And what this book was, I don't know, I can't remember the name of it, but this book basically, it like dissected your birthday. So like if your birthday is, January 7th to January 13th, and it showed you like if you dated somebody whose birthday is September the 7th to September the 9th, what that relationship would be like, right? And I go to every single thing, I start thinking of all the birthdays of the girls or whatever, right, that I've dated and all of that. And ironically, it was pretty accurate on how our interaction was. And I was like, the first one I was like, okay,
coincidence.
The second one I was like, third one I was like, wait. And it was
mixed, baby.
It was pretty accurate. And I'm talking about like if your birthday is September, and I had people in my mind, and I'm really, really, I really, really observe how I interact with people. So I was really like, and it had something to it. I will say that.
I might need to read that.
That I'm telling you, Pac man, is a
I'm
lot
telling you,
to
check
it.
out that book.
That mixed with I remember when Suzette put us on the 5 love languages, knowing your love language and stuff like that. It's pretty out there. But your girl is what, a Gemini?
Yeah,
I remember she had a
Gemini.
birthday around
May
May,
30th.
June, and stuff like that. Them y'all a perfect fit though.
When's your birthday?
June 25th.
No, her
June
birthday June
25th.
20. He a Capricorn though.
I'm a Cancer.
No, you can't.
He a Cancer.
No, my bad. You a
Look,
Capricorn.
you know
I'm
about
a
it.
Capricorn.
But yeah, my birthday June 25th. Hers May 30th. So I mean, I just say we summer babies and.
Yeah, me and her would get along.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like everybody I done dated, even with her, I done never had a story like just such a volatile or
You gotta
on a
know.
water type relationship.
But how did the relationship? How was it for you? Every relationship wasn't a wonderful relationship because you would still be in something.
I mean,
It was what it was.
how do you describe what a relationship they are? Because long term relationship, I wasn't probably in about 5.
You describe relationship based on the communication and how you interacted with her. That's what I based the relationship on. What was the interaction like? What was communication like? What was the emotional connection like?
And that's right. And that's what I base it on too.
Well, I don't know. Honestly, I don't.
Scorpio women, I have a very distant connection with them because they want to tell you what to do all the time. I'm not built like that. You can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do what I want to regardless.
Well, Scorpio is supposed to be my compatible sign. I had 2. One was like a really awesome, and one was like, why do I even deal with you?
Virgos, those are like September, right?
Yeah.
Virgo women, I get along with really well, and women who, what is it? Your birthday is in like November. Like what are those? Aquarius.
November is like Scorpio.
Scorpios,
and also
November, like early November. Those I get.
Libra.
I get along with them really well.
No, Scorpio is at the end of November. So before that, though, no, Scorpio start like October to like.
So maybe
November.
I think it's Virgos and Scorpios.
Late October, early. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think mine is like Virgos and Scorpios or something like that. I get along with, at least historically, and that's what it actually says.
If I kind of think about it, my least compatible sign is a Libra, but I get along with them very well. My child mom's a Libra.
That's some scales, baby.
Yeah.
Depend on the scales of balance. It depends on how they feel. It's very depending on how they feel and stuff like that.
Like I don't know what it. So women who I get along. I pretty much get along with most people. So it's not that I don't get along with them, but it's just like there's a certain chemistry that's not there. Whether it be sexually, whether it be personality, whether it's just like everybody I've dated, there's just been like something that's missing with the chemistry, our personality chemistry. It just doesn't work.
I love my wife is a Taurus. We get each other. She understands me and I understand her, and it's made for like probably the best relationship I've ever been in. It's just relaxing. And I just say it because she's my wife. But I'm just saying it's like it's very. She knows I know how not to upset her. She knows how not to upset me, and that's like to come over in the house where you ain't gotta end up much arguing. Is
to apply the information to her emotion and see okay, and so we didn't have a lot of arguments because whenever we had a problem with each other, we could separate how we felt from what the person presented to us. And especially, and we were honest with each other. So, and we trusted each other's, we trusted each other's word. We trusted each other's honesty, because sometimes you have to be able to trust who the person is. And I remember one time I was talking to these 2 people, they was getting married, and we was just kind of discussing things. And the young lady, she always was suspicious of him and this, that, and the other. And she would like go off on things, even if there wasn't anything there. And finally, I just asked her, I was like, do you think he's a good guy? Is he a good guy? And she'd be like, yeah. I'm like, do you really, just, separate that from whatever situation you come in. Do you think he's a good person? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, well, why can't you just trust that? Why can't, when something happens, you can look at the fact that he is a good person and give him the opportunity to speak instead of just going, haywire on him. Because if you're with somebody you think they're a good person, give them the opportunity to prove it.
Yeah.
You know, you're not supposed to just like, I mean, if he has a history of doing bull, then that's one thing. But if he has a history of being a good person, then you shouldn't be going off the rails until you got all the information in. You shouldn't just jump to an conclusion, a certain conclusion, and that's what we were able to do with each other.
Women, that's a big one. Having a conversation without flying off the handle. A lot of women just go off the handle and go off quickly without just like, okay, what is this? This and that. And then, that's maybe the emotional piece that women have coming with them. But being able to talk about stuff makes for a better relationship.
Yeah. But I think also that begs to like the baggage that they have. They may be consistently conditioned in the previous relationship to go off the handle because how
men have definitely messed up some good women.
Yeah. So when they're good,
we are in the business of ruining.
Yeah, we are.
I've definitely had to apologize. I watched Fences, and Fences had be like, damn.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that movie.
Damn. Hey, yo, if you want to understand how to your ways mess up a good woman, watch Fences. Fences will have you like, dang.
I've never seen it. Is that Denzel movie?
Denzel,
okay.
Hey,
all you gotta do to understand that movie, that 18 and 35 second, yes, I counted it, scene where Viola Davis went ape nuts on Denzel.
How long was it?
It was 18? Like 18 minutes because it was outside of the.
Yo, it was deep.
But how deep she went in that particular scene, and that's why she won the Oscar for that. It put it in a nutshell of how women is cheating and what and the burden that
scene was like. No. That scene, his scene with how he fought with the devil. Deep.
Yeah.
Deep. I love
there
it.
Is a. Did y'all? Gosh, I cannot think of the man and the woman's name, but there is a conversation between this black woman and this black man, and she said in the comment, she was like, why can't you lie to me like you lie to everybody else? Like, why can't the black man come home and lie to me like you lie to everybody else? Don't I deserve that? And her point was basically like, when you come home from work and you have all of these stresses on you give that to her. But while you at work, even though you don't like your boss or whatever, you smile at him. You smile at him, and you give him this happy face. And she's like, why can't I get that happy face when you come home? Like, why can't you, be happy to see me? Why do I have to see all the pain? Like, don't I deserve that, as your wife, as your partner? Don't I deserve to see the happy part of you, just like you give this man who you don't like? You're not happy when you see him, but you still smile for him. And it was just something that made me think like,
man, that's deep, man.
She got a point. It's like, that's the truth, because I think that like sometimes when we interact with people, especially someone who's around us all the time, we do take things for granted. We don't all the time, show them how happy we are with them because we're comfortable and we show them pain. We're comfortable enough to show our pain, so we show them the pain. But we don't always show them the fact that, we're happy with them. And it goes back to, people remember like how you make them feel. And I think that, when you walk into a room, if somebody is happy to see you or you happy to see them, like that feels good. I mean, the best thing ever is like when I come and pick up Joy, she's like, daddy, like she, like I'm the greatest thing in the world. And that makes me feel good. So, I think that
to make you feel like that,
yeah,
you're definitely winning.
And I think that's what as in our relationships, that's what we need to give each other. And I mean, I've been guilty of that, with in a past relationship. I didn't always express or wasn't happy, didn't show, that I was happy to see him. And it's something that makes people feel good.
Yeah, that's because unconsciously you had that say zone. You think like, man, I'm finna dump all the stresses that's going on with me onto her, and she's accepting this. But it's all that negative energy you shedding, and she's festering in that negative energy.
Right.
And then in the end, it's like, man, my positive energy gone, so I'm finna bounce this right back on you, and it's just gonna continue to be a friction.
Right.
We do as humans need to practice that.
Yeah, we
Man,
do.
like I was telling somebody the other day, like I text them like, "Hey, how you doing?" They said, "Why you always have this superficial conversation?" I have to tell them like, it's not superficial. You just don't know how to answer it because I'm asking genuinely, "How are you?
Right.
What's going on with you? Can you tell me this? So we can have positive feedback and conversation. I can be your conduit." And it's just like we need to be coming in to our spouses like, "Man, I love you. I'm happy to see you today.
Yeah.
I once I get off work, like, man, I've been missing you all day." And we don't affirm enough.
We don't.
With our significant other, and we need to start doing that more.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, because I know I know I didn't do that. And I'm gonna tell you, so one of the things that I learned from having my daughter or whatever is that it really does feel good though when you can just give all that love and give all that appreciation to somebody. And it feels good. And like sometimes, man, I find myself sometimes wanting to tell people I love them, and then I'm like, they might get weirded out by it. But like
a lot,
but but I mean, but no, I'm telling you, like I at this point now, I'm telling I tell my boys I love them. I tell it's funny because like when you like my mother, she wasn't all the fluffiest person in the world. So I, when I started telling her, at first she'd be like, "Oh, love you too," So, but I just think, now, that is something that we need to do, and it's conscious. We should do it consciously, because it does work. Because, like, when you're talking to somebody and you show them that you're happy to see them, the way that they respond to you is just totally different. It is totally different. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially when we go on, just working in retail and business, they always tell you when a customer come in, that first 10 seconds is gonna pretty much set the tone of whatever interaction you have with them. So they tell them meet with eye contact, they meet with a smile and things like that. That make that person feel more comfortable with you, and we need to start doing that to each other in general.
Exactly.
So, because I know I don't do it now because
start telling people that you love them.
Yeah.
Smile when you see your loved ones.
We'll wrap this up with this.
This is the super show.
Love everybody that's around you. Love people that's not around you. Show love. Make sure people know that you love them all the time. Because you never know what tomorrow gonna bring. If they might be taken from you. So make sure you say that. I tell people I love you. I tell my mother I love you all the time.
Yeah.
I tell my people, man, yo, holler at you later. I love you.
Cliche saying. Give the smell of flowers while you're alive, not give them while you're dead, right?
That's true.
Pardon our opinions.
Give
him a man over here. KV Spa.
4073 West 183rd Street, Country Club Hills. KNVSpa.com. That's KANDV spa.com. Book your appointments, massages, facials, cellulite reduction.
Check out our Facebook page.
Check out Pardon Our Opinions. We're going to get it up. We're going to get that cracking a little bit more. Love. Thank you for coming with us today.